Hey folks, how you doing? It's Alan from Vancouver, here with my good buddy, also part of the network marketing home-based business field. This is Ralph Dickau, also from Canada. Ralph, how you doing today, man?
Hi, Alan. I'm from Edmonton, Alberta.
Awesome. From Edmonton. And I'm bringing him here to you today as another testimony, a live individual, somebody who didn't have it so easy in the beginning as some others might claim is supposed to be how it's supposed to work when you're going to quote unquote win in the home business field. Actually, with Ralph, I want to bring him to you today because just like me and everybody else, he's had every other reason to just quit and just say, forget it. But we all know in order to get to that next level in quote unquote success, you got to work for it. You got to earn it. And nobody can teach you better than that, at least in my opinion, than Mr. Ralph himself. So before we kick this off, Ralph, thank you for taking a little time with us today.
Well, thanks, Alan, for again contacting me and getting to share some of the experiences. And yeah, I'd agree that to develop a business online does take a lot of work. And I guess I spent about 2 years here at it, learning the different techniques and things. And I still have a long ways to go and lots to learn.
Yeah, we all do. We all do. And that's why I brought you here today so some people could watch and maybe learn a little bit off you as well. So let's take this just a few steps back because, it's so easy just to talk about our businesses, but a lot of people want to find out what were you doing before you got involved in home business. Share with us a little bit before you decided to take part in your own company. What were you doing as a career for the majority of your life?
Okay, I'm retired, so I've have been in a career. I was a high school math instructor and taught for 30 years. Very successful and very pleased and developed a good relationship with students. And so my wife is still working, and I still had this entrepreneurial instinct in me because I grew up on a farm, and there was always those kinds of instincts when I was a kid. And so I did a bit of renovations for a period of time.
Hmm.
That was fine. But my body gets a little worn out and stuff. And so I wanted to, I was always interested and fascinated with the computer and enjoy working on the computer. And so I wanted to learn.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So good point. Starting off in a farm, working really hard, obviously owning or operating a farm is not easy. And especially, you said that you were a teacher for the majority of your life, teaching math, right? When or what was it that happened in your life that made you want to transition from teaching math to students to wanting to run a business and eventually teaching your own students here on how to run an internet company? What made the shift?
After I finished teaching, I had an interest in being able to go to teachers' conventions, and I had chatted with some individuals regarding them marketing, for companies.
Hmm.
I thought it would be to do a part-time kind of thing to be able to do that. And actually, I got in contact with a fellow in Scarborough, Ontario, and I started marketing graphing calculators. So I did that basically by going to teachers' conventions, math and science conferences, and then connecting with teachers in the field. I felt very comfortable with that. I enjoyed the technology when I was teaching math, and it was just an easy next step kind of transition to that. And then in 2006, I built a website for that. And then I've learned from there just a website on the internet is not enough. And you can probably attest to that as well, Alan. You need more, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I gotcha. Well, cool. You got your feet wet and selling calculators on a website. Didn't quite pan out the way that you thought it would. So that was probably your first taste of internet business or internet marketing. Now, based on what I know of you personally, you have switched over from selling calculators on a website on the internet to now running multiple home business operations that have nothing to do with math, theoretically speaking. Now, what made you decide to make that jump from selling math calculators to taking part in multiple businesses that are essentially your own?
Well, the math still in it is being able to earn a profit. If you're going to be in business, the incentive and the motivation is for you to
Yeah, you know what? That's a big issue for a lot of people right now, especially with the big Google slap that's happening. We can't just put up our own websites and squeeze pages on Google anymore. And Facebook even raised their policies, so it's hard to just put up a landing page there. That's a really good point because it sounds like you're always at that forefront of finding problems and finding solutions. Based on everything that's going on with you now, Ralph, and the companies that you're a part of, where do you see yourself going in the next 6 to 12 months based on the kind of growth and the work that you're putting towards building your companies?
From the individuals that I've talked to, there is definitely this sense of they want to help individuals to be able to work with you to get to that next step, to be able to show you ways via video, via blogging, via various techniques to be able to get that traffic, to meet customers online, and therefore make that next step.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Wow. So based on the fact that you've got a lot of experience here now in the home business field, and if somebody's watching this and they're watching you and they're thinking to themselves, well, I haven't tried my hand yet at home-based business, and I'm thinking maybe I should, but I need a quick tip or two. Based on everything that you have learned, what are just a couple of really important highlights that you might want to share with the public to help them get past some of the challenges that maybe you and I had to face in the beginning days?
One of the things I've learned is being able to market yourself. And since you're not meeting individual people like you would in a home-based business, or in a regular business, you're not developing that personal contact. So one of the aspects is building videos so that people can actually see who you are, connect with you, be able to get a perception of who you are as an integral person. And so it's building that trust relationship. Now you're doing it by another technique, another medium, which is perfectly fine. And so you have to learn the ways and means by which to achieve that.
Yeah, really true. Really true. So, folks, rule of thumb, if you're going to start off a home company for yourself, make sure that you take Ralph's advice and notice that people nowadays, because the economy is so bad, they're still spending their money, but they're a little more careful about where they put their money. So that trust factor, just like what Ralph stated, is really, really important. Really important. And Ralph, I couldn't agree with you more, man. I mean, nowadays it is all about trust and relationships. And based on the fact that you've shared that advice with us today, I'm assuming some people may want to contact you as well. So if somebody does, let's say they watched this video and they thought, man, that Ralph guy, he knows his stuff. They want to get a hold of you. Do you have like a main website or an email address that they can use to reach you?
I have an email address which people can reach me at is ccsrdickau@gmail.com.
Gotcha. So is that CCS as in Sam?
Yep.
CCS.
Common Sense Services.
Uh-huh.
R is in Ralph, and then Dickau. Dickau, and that's as straightforward as it is at gmail.com.
Gotcha. Good stuff. Folks, there you have it. Mr. Ralph Dickau from Edmonton, Canada. Took a little time just to share some insight with you today. If you have any questions, anything that you want to share with Ralph, if you want to consider working with him or just pick his brain, for Christ's sake, just give him a shout. He's not going to bite you. He's a good guy, based on my opinion of knowing him for a few years now. And I really believe that getting to know Ralph could be a huge asset to you and helping you grow your opportunity, your company online, and helping you move more product and more service based on raising your value and trust factor with your own clientele, thanks to Ralph's help. We're going to wrap up for today. Ralph, thank you for your time and for just really shedding some really good light on us today. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, Alan. Enjoyed this time together, and let's keep working at it.
Sounds good. You heard it from the man himself. Let's keep working at it, folks. Have yourself a great afternoon, great day whenever you're watching us. And we'll see you on the next video lesson.